Hello everyone, my name is Abhinav and I am going to explain you the research paper assessment of sustainability indicators for renewable technologies, and the authors for of this research paper are Anita Evans, Lamidir Strezov and Team J Evans. So the contents are okay. So the contents of this presentation are going to be introduction, sustainability indicators of renewable energy technologies, price and greenhouse gas emissions, availability, efficiency, land and water consumption, and social impacts, and lastly, conclusion. Okay, so main aim of this research paper is to access different renewable energy technologies in all aspects, and to find the most effective technologies. Like renewable energies are not efficient in many ways, like wind power and solar power. They depend on nature for other they depend on nature for their energy, electricity generation. So we will be going to analyze one by one, and we are going to use different parameters like price for generation, greenhouse gas emissions, efficiency, land and water use, etc. Comparison of these renewable energy technologies can give us a clear picture of which technology to use in different conditions. Um, so first of all, these are sustainability indicators of renewable energy technologies: price of electricity generation, greenhouse gas emissions, availability and technological limitations, efficiency of energy generation, land and water usage, and social impacts. So, first we are going to start with price of electricity generation and greenhouse gas emissions. So, if we compare the price, the coal has the cheapest, which is 0.02 dollar per kilowatt hour. So, coal is the cheapest cheapest for electricity generation, but as it generates high greenhouse gas emissions, it is not that sustainable. And in terms of renewable energies, hydropower is the most cheapest, as it takes only $0.05 per kilowatt hour generation of electricity. Others like photovoltaic and wind take 0.24 $0.07, and coal and gas are the most cheapest. Talking in terms of emissions, the wind power takes the lowest of all, and followed by hydropower, so photovoltaics, and geothermal. Coal takes the highest emissions of greenhouse gas emissions, and natural gas and compressed gas also. So, next slide. Availability. While thinking about renewable energies, we should also take into consider availability of that technology and its limitations. So, first of all, we will take off solar. Earth. It is known that Earth receives about 170,000 terawatt hours of energy per year from sun, but we don't utilize the full energy, as it has due limitations of it has also the problems of storing energy at nights and in cloudy days. So that is the limitation of solar energy. Wind energy also available abundantly on earth, but for wind energy to it is optimum when turbines are not turbines are not rotating very faster. When wind speeds are too high, which is greater than 25 meters per second, turbine may damage. So winds greater than 25 meter per seconds are not useful for wind power, and When it is too low, like 3 meters, less than 3 meters per second, it will not turn the turbine of that windmill. So it is also, these are limitations of wind power. Hydropower is most available in entire world. It is reliable and more flexible than other technologies. In the year 2005, hydropower has provided about 20% of world's electricity demand, which was around 2,600 terawatt hours. And geothermal power. Geothermal power is geographically limited to some specific sites such as volcano, active seismic, where seismic activities is high, and it has selected few areas across the world to where it can generate geothermal energy, and it has potential of about around 57 terawatt hours per year. Talking in terms about efficiency, hydropower has the highest efficiency in any of the uh, electricity generation technologies. Um, Wind energy is the second highest, which is around highest for about 54%. While photovoltaics and geothermal are very less efficient, and coal and gas are about 30 to 45%. And coal and gas its efficiency is given only for comparison purpose. Talking about land and water usage, photovoltaics require about 28 to 64 kilometer squares of area to generate a terawatt, 1 terawatt hour energy. Mm, and while for photovoltaics, which means solar power, we cannot utilize that land for anything else. But while we talk in terms of wind power, it requires about 72 kilometer square area for 1 terawatt hour. But we can use it for dual purposes, such as we can do agricultural activities in between the windmills of wind power, and we can utilize space for other purposes. So we can dual use the land. And geothermal also requires about 18 to 74 kilometer square of area for a terawatt hour generation, while hydropower uh, varies largely for about, as one of the research papers said, it requires around 73, and the other said about it requires 750 kilometer square of area. So and water, most efficient energy generation technology for water consumption is wind, as it requires the least water for, and that 1 kg required is for manufacturing, and highest water is required for geothermal, as it consumes lot of water for cleaning and all that things. Hydropower also consumes some water, which is evaporated in dams or like that. Solar panel also requires some water for manufacturing, and coal and gas also requires for various purposes. So, in terms of land, photo wind power is efficient, but when we utilize it for dual purposes, and in terms of when we analyze according to water consumption, wind power is the most efficient. Uh, we should also discuss, while talking about these technologies, how these technologies are creating an impact on society. So starting with photovoltaics, it has a problem with photovoltaics is of toxic um, toxic minerals used while manufacturing of solar. When they are dismantled, or when they are out of use, they can generate toxic waste, which has about minor to major magnitude, and visual impact is not that much. Wind power has some impacts like bird strike. noise, and visual. Noise noise pollution is cancelled by, means overlapped by, wind noise, so it is not of that. Visual is also the of magnitude minor, and bird strikes can also be handled, and it is also minor. Um, while considering the hydropower, it has the most social impacts, as it displaces the whole area around that river. It has impact around minor to major, and it also impacts agricultural, and also about little it damages river. So it have around major impact to area of to surrounding areas. And geothermal activities, seismic activity, odor, which are some minor, but in terms of pollution it creates a major impact. Uh, so by we have seen many factors like price, greenhouse gas emissions, land water usage, efficiency, and by comparing all those in from a scale of 1 to 4, we have, that research paper have ranked these technologies from 4 to 1. And in terms of price, CO2 emissions, availability, efficiency, land usage, water, and social impacts. So that, and also it has summed up all the rankings, and wind power is the lowest among all these in terms of price, CO2 emissions, and water consumption, and etc. So we can say, according to this research paper, wind power is the most sustainable renewable energy in terms of these parameters. These are the conclusions from this research paper. In this research paper, the renewable energy technologies were assessed based on several critical sustainability indicators. These selected indicators were price of generated electricity, greenhouse gas emissions during the full life cycle of technology, which required energy conversion, land requirements, water consumption, and etc. etc. And each indicator was assumed to have an equal importance to sustainable development, and used to rank renewable energy technologies against their impacts. So, and we have also concluded that wind power is the most efficient in terms of all these parameters. And these were some of the references uh, which used for this research paper. Okay, thank you so much.